Hey everyone, Miles J here, and today we're gonna be reviewing another Celie hair wig. Celie hair has upgraded their branding, it seems like, but now they added an extra bag. And inside the bag, they even have, surprise, surprise, a silk cap. Somebody been watching my videos, because this ain't never come until after my egg yolk wigs review. That definitely made me look sideways. I was like, okay. Wig cap, still Caucasian colored though. So maybe they haven't really been watching. Girl, where is the brown wig caps? That's all I'm asking. You also get, I think this is a wrap. So when you wanna spray down your edges or glue down the wig, you can use this to tie it around. And last but not least, you get their own brand of lashes. Now, I'm not sure if they had their own mink eyelashes before, but they certainly do now. So I'm like, okay. And this eyelash packaging is actually kind of cute. I don't know where they got that from, but this is a full-on drag lash, y'all. Like, what? It is a 13 by 4 inch lace front wig, which means you get 13 inches down the side and 4 inches of parting space down the middle. The hair texture for this wig is straight. It says the wig density is 200%. The hair length is 16 inches on this wig. It says the hair material is 100% virgin hair from one donor. We know that this is not virgin. I could just tell from looking at it. They definitely process this hair in some type of way. They always do. They always have to. I just think it's common practice. I think they need to just phase out the word virgin in human hair wigs, because y'all ain't just cutting off people's hair and sewing them into wigs and not doing nothing to them. You guys are washing them, dyeing them, like, come on now. The hair color of this is dark brown. These kinds of dark brown wigs are actually hard to find, and if you do see it, it's really expensive. This lace is Swiss lace. This wig can be dyed. It has a natural pre-plucked hairline. There are 4 combs inside, girl. I don't know what they're talking about. There's 1 at the top of the head, 1 at the nape of the neck, and 2 on the temples. And the circumference of this wig is 22.5 inches around the dome. It says their cap size is the average size with adjustable straps. One size fits all type of wig. So if you've got hair, a lot of hair, and you have to braid it down, or if you just got a big head, this might not work for you, and you might need to look for a more customizable, bigger wig. Now that I've introduced the wig to you, let's get into how I styled it for all of you. Of course, the first thing that I do is I go ahead with my favorite shampoo and my favorite conditioner. So first, I'm just gently washing with my favorite shampoo. This is from Carol's daughter. I love her. And I just go in and rake my fingers through the hair to wash it, and then I just go ahead and wash all that shampoo out, and then I go back in with the conditioner, fill the tub up with that, and I say the tub, the sink, and then I go ahead and dip that in there to make sure the hair is evenly coated with the conditioner before I just let it sit in that water for like 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, just soaking up all of that conditioning good nutrients. And once I finish with that, I wash the conditioner out and let it air dry, and as you can see, it dries wavy. So just, for your information, it doesn't dry straight. And now I just go ahead and pin that in, make sure it's secure. Do y'all ever get like that voodoo feeling whenever you pin something in, like you feel like you're gonna feel it? I don't know, that's just something weird. Like, I just be like, I hope nobody gets pinned in their head for this. Anyway, now I am just parting the hair and plucking my life away. I really tried to pluck a lot of hair, and to my disappointment, I feel like I didn't pluck enough because the hairline still just looked way too dense. So I think I might have to go in with another round. So I tried plucking the actual hairline, the edges, to make that hard line disappear because the knots aren't bleached. So yeah, now I'm just going in with my favorite foundation, just try and cover up those black knots and make them blend in better with my skin tone. And once I do that, I cut the lace off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and flip the wig, and we're gonna color on the inside. As you can see, the wig lace color is already pretty brown, but I just go ahead and make it a little bit more chocolatey or browner for me, so that way it blends even more seamlessly into my actual skin tone. And once I do that, I go ahead and set with my favorite powder. This kind of lightens it and makes it look more like an actual scalp, and also helps hide those little black knots, those little black dots that you see. So once I flip it back over, you'll see exactly how it blurs, the powder blurs the knots. Like, you see that? Like, girl, you can still see them a little bit, but for the most part, especially in the center, like, you can't see them very much at all. So love that. That's my little trick for you guys. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and straighten out this hair texture. Yes, I did consider actually leaving it wavy because I really liked it, but it does say on the website that the texture is straight. So I was like, okay, let me just see what this looks like straight and get into the straight hair fantasy. So now I am tying this hair up and I'm preparing to glue it to my forehead because I actually did have somewhere I needed to be that day. So I'm just taking my favorite glue, the Got To Be Glued hairspray. You can pretty much use any hairspray you like. This is just what I like to use and what I find like really sticks to my forehead, especially even when I'm sweaty sometimes. Of course it will move off, you know, once you add moisture, but for me it takes a little tugging, you know. I would have to pull it physically off, and that's how you lose hair. So definitely don't do that. But as you can see, it looks a little weird in the corner where my ear is, so I'm gonna have to redo this over again. What I decided to do is try to tuck my wig cap underneath it a little bit more and cut off that excess lace that's around my ear because it doesn't really come around to my sideburns. So I just think it's unnecessary. So in order to hide my actual sideburns, I pulled down some hair near the corner of my head. As you can see, I'm pushing back that wig cap even more back there because the lace is really invisible. And now we are ready for our second gluing. And as you can see, it looks, at least to me, a lot better. I can't see my wig cap coming out. Well, that's a lie. I can kind of see it in the corner there. Don't pay attention to that. But yeah, so I feel like it looks a lot better. I got my little janky sideburns. And after I went out and did stuff, my hair was wavy again, so I went back in with this hair straightener brush, which actually looks so good. Like, I really was not expecting this brush to work for me, but it did give me a blowout kind of look, and it actually does get pretty hot, and it's really easy to straighten. It's so much easier to straighten with this than that little tiny little mini hair straightener. And as you can see, the hair does look good. Like, see, I didn't do anything too different. I didn't even snip the ends, actually, now that I think about it. Let's get into my thoughts on this brown hair. First and foremost, I love this color. I do think it is on the redder side. It almost looks like, it looks really red. Like, let me turn off this overhead light and let's compare. And it still looks really red. Y'all see that, right? It is a dark brown, but there's definitely like a very orange red vibe to it. This wig is in a free part. I didn't even pluck a part in it. So it does stop like right about here. You get a nice little short parting space. And y'all saw that when you looked inside of the cap. First thing I noticed about this hair is the ends. The ends look super frayed, frizzy. But luckily on their website, they have a photo of the wig and the ends look frizzy in the photo as well. So they're staying true to the advertisement, which I love, because a lot of these wig companies will use other black women's photos that definitely are not wearing these wigs, and they'll use it to advertise their... I'm just glad that they showed a real honest photo of the wig. Not as common as you think. So it says this is 200% density in the title and in the description. How are they measuring density in these wigs? Like, that's something I've always wondered. I've always questioned, like, how do you measure density? Like, what classifies as 200? What classifies as 150? What classifies as 130? How do we know? Well, trust in wig company. How do we know? We don't. Just based off of my general knowledge of different densities and like what that feels like, this feels very, let me gather it. You can kind of tell immediately what wig density it feels like when you gather all the hair up. I say this feels more like 150. Since the hair is so thin, it just feels really light. It also comes with an extra adjustable strap. So like, you know, the little black strap that some wigs include. And about the wig size, this wig barely fit me. As you saw when I was installing the wig, had a little trouble with that first glue down situation. My wig cap was peeking out. The temples were exposed, so I had to create these adult hair sideburns to kind of like cover up the baldness right there, because it just looks weird when there's no hair on the temple or like no kind of sideburn, like not even like a little tiny itty bitty one. Like it don't look right. She looks really suspicious. I'm not even gonna front with y'all. So the price for this particular wig is $174.23. That's not including shipping and handling. So all in all, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. The frizzy ends are a little bit of a problem for me. I just know that I'm gonna end up cutting these or trying to make these look a little bit more tame and less like wiry. And also the wig was a little ill-fitted on my head. I wish I had a little bit of bigger one, so that way I have more lace to work with, especially here on my temples. The rest of this, like the color, I am actually into. So now without further ado, it's time for me to dance for you. So thank you so much to Celie Hair for sending me this wig. So until next time, it's been me, Miles J, and I will talk to you guys all later. Bye.